Coming up on iPads in the Classroom, organizational apps for college students. Welcome to iPads in the Classroom. I'm Taylor Olson, and today we're going to talk about some organizational apps for college students. We're visiting four in particular. We have the Productive app, My Homework, Trello, and InClass. Those first three apps are cross-platform, and I might throw that term around a lot. If you don't know what it means, it's just that you can use these apps on iOS and Android devices. So let's get started. Productive is just a organizational app for you to manage your assignments primarily. I use this a lot in my classes. The way that it works is you have workspaces that you create. I have a class workspace, I have a workspace for research, for a couple of my jobs, and then general life. I need to finish my FAFSA, that deadline's coming up here. But we'll go ahead and look at the class workspace. To add a task, we hit this square button at the bottom. And the way that Productive works is we have tags for everything that we want to do. So if I need to read, we'll say read Kipling. I have to do that for an English class. I have my classes marked already under tags. So I'm going to scroll down to the class I need to read it for and tag it. I hit that tag mark. I can mark a deadline. I'll say I need to read it by tomorrow. And if I want to, I can use this star to mark priority to show where it falls in the list. But I'm not going to add a priority. Click finish, and it pops up on my to-do list. If I click on the task afterwards, I can edit it by adding subtasks. If I had multiple page sets to read, I could add that information in there. I could assign it to a different workspace. Again, edit priority, tags, deadline to be more specific. We can add times in there as well. If we turn all day off, you can turn in the time if you want to be really specific. The nice thing about Productive is you can adjust the settings so that you receive updates. You can receive badge updates on your iPad device, or you can receive email updates to remind yourself on your desktop if you'd like that you have an assignment due. When you finish an activity, you can mark it off by clicking the checkbox. If it turns red over here, I forgot to mark off a couple of assignments that I already finished. It means that it's late, so you can monitor your assignments that way as well. The next organizational app that we're going to visit is My Homework. And My Homework is similar to Productive in that it is an app designed specifically for organizing your homework tasks and assignments. So I have two classes here, and I've been able to mark what times they occur at. If I click on Add a Task, again, similar to when you're adding the classes, you just fill in the forms below. And again, be sure to click the Save button. If we click on a task, we can edit it, the date, due time, project or assignment type, because then we can organize by type. Here I only have project showing, but you can organize it by whichever types you select for your assignments. To view your assignments all together, you can click on the My Homework tab, and it'll show what assignments you've completed, which ones are late, and which ones you have coming up. So that gives you a nice view all in one screenshot. The third organization app we're going to visit today is Trello, which is primarily an app to help you work on group projects with individuals, which is really interesting. If I open up a board, the way that Trello is organized is you view everything in boards. So you create a card, we can go ahead and add a new board, and we'll call this iPads in the Classroom. And when we open the board, the standard set is to have 3 cards that you're using. And when you click on the cards, you can add main tasks. So to do film episode. I can drag cards across other taskbars. So if I finish it, I could come, oh, I didn't even spell episode right. If I finish it, I can click on, just hold the card and drag it to other spots. If we take a look at one that's already been developed, here I did create a narrative project for a class, and I'm in the process of working on these elements of the task. When you click on the task directly, you can create checklists for specific parts of that task to be followed. You can also share the task. That is how this works as a group assignment organization app. When you add people, you can assign people to each task. You can keep everybody organized, so if one task gets done or somebody's working on it or it gets finished, you can drag it across to get that all organized. The last organizational app we're going to visit today is the InClass app. And InClass is probably the most diverse organizational app that I'm showing today, because not only can you organize your assignments, you can organize your classes. It shows you them in a calendar view that's built in the app, and you can also put in information about your professors. So when we start off, I have a term book created for this semester, and to add a term, you just have the plus sign and you add courses within that term. So in the one that I've already created, if I click on my term book, it opens. I can also click on the gear button to view my classes in a large list. When we open our term, we see our calendar, and today I have a class at 7. It shows me this, but I have no tasks due for that class, or I finished them all. If we click on our tasks and we want to add a task, I have to, let's say I have to write reading response before class tonight. I would select a course. This would be for my SPED 415 class. It is I'll classify it as a homework assignment. I won't turn on alarm or priority because I just need it there, so I have a checklist during the day. It already has 7 p.m. and the date marked because I have the class saved in my term book. When I'm finished, it will show up here, and if I go back to my calendar, I now have my task listed underneath my class for that day. You can skip ahead to view classes for other days to see when you have deadlines approaching or when tasks are coming up for other class. You can also input, when you add your class, your professor names and contact information. So if I wanted to email Dr. Krista Adams, I would click her email and my email is pulled up immediately. Today on iPads in the Classroom, we visited 4 organizational apps for college students. The first 3 were cross-platform, and the last was just for iOS devices. Thanks for watching iPads in the Classroom.